The Traxxas Hawk holds a significant place in the history of radio-controlled vehicles, particularly within the Traxxas lineage. Here's a breakdown of its story. The rise of stadium trucks. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, stadium truck racing became increasingly popular in the RC world. This led to the development of dedicated stadium truck models. Traxxas's entry, Traxxas known for its ready-to-run, RTR models, played a key role in making RC more accessible. In 1992, Traxxas introduced the Nitro Hawk, which was their first RTR nitro-powered stadium truck. This was a very important step for Traxxas, and for the RC industry in general. The Nitro Hawk was built upon the design of the Blue Eagle LS race truck. Impact and legacy. The Nitro Hawk contributed to the growth of nitro-powered RC vehicles. It is considered by many that the Nitro Hawk is the predecessor to what we know today as the Nitro Rustler. Traxxas helped to popularize the stadium truck class of RC vehicles. In essence, the Traxxas Hawk was a pivotal model that helped solidify Traxxas's position in the RC market and contributed to the popularity of stadium truck racing. So my Bropolicious family, get your popcorns ready to watch me bring this exceptional example of the Nitro Hawk. Join me, Mr. Bropolicious, on this adventure.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a pack.
Folks, it's Robrismo, and today, people, I'm gonna work on, the Traxxas Hawk. Now, I don't know what's going on, man. Is it me or stadium trucks are coming back? Well, in our world it is, because you know what? For some reason, I have the stadium truck fever. Just like people have baby fever, I have stadium truck fever. So, okay, let's look at this beautiful truck. I mean, yeah, tires a little bit worn out. But that's not bad. That's okay. It's not. We're not talking about a vehicle that's going back. It's going back into the tracks, because it's not going back to the tracks, guys. It's going to be used occasionally. The body looks okay. I think I don't have to do anything. Maybe a little bit of work here and there, but not much. Pretty going to be an easy fix. Maybe the bottom part right here. Shoe glue that. We should be okay on the sides. Put a, I think we should be okay. Probably put a little heat sink here, little on paper foil tape right here, cause yeah, this thing, in case you haven't noticed, guys, this guy has a, I guess don't know what pipe is it, and whoever knows, please down in the comments, let me know what pipe this is, but it definitely was made for this thing. Purple, pretty cool. So I think, like I said, we have to work on one of the wheels. The other wheels are great, nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly fine. Definitely, this one needs to be installed a little bit better. This one is working perfectly fine, as you guys can see. Maybe a little bit tighter. So we're going to work on the wheels. This one definitely needs to be worked on, and needs a pin that's got broken loose. But other than that, the engine, I think we're going to leave the engine like it is. Put fuel in it. See if there's pressure in the fuel lines or in the tank itself. I think once we find out if there's pressure there, we should be okay. Should be able to crank her up using a bump box. I think it'll reach perfectly fine. And since the truck doesn't have that much pinch as it is, I think it'll be perfectly fine. I think she'll crank her up, no problems. And we'll find out eventually if this thing even do anything, if it does even run, does even idle. We'll find out. We'll check the receivers, servos, see if the servos even work. I think, yeah. And hopefully servos, I mean, they are Futabas, so give or take, they might be good condition. They might work. So let's see what happens. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead, set you up on my camera stand here, and we are gonna look for things to bring this thing back. Shocks seem to be empty all the way around. I don't even worry about that for now. Yep. They seem to be empty, but I'm not worried about shocks right now. Let's worry about checking the servos, and checking his engine and the wheels. Okay. And we're back. While we was off, I couldn't stand to see this thing bent. I went ahead and bent her back again. So looks way better now, a little bit straighter. So let's go ahead, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take out the wheels. Like I said, one of these wheels has a missing pin. So let's go ahead. We'll install the pin, and should be an easy enough fix, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. We'll zoom in, and that's too much right there. So let's zoom in here. So like as you guys can see, the pin is missing. So I have to install a new pin in there. So we're gonna look for one. I might have to. Is using these what they call these. I forgot what they call these. So might have to put them in. There we go. I think that went in. There you go. So now we can see the hole a little bit better now. I couldn't see it earlier, but now we could definitely see it now. So from what I'm seeing here, looks like this little shield goes like so right here. I guess to protect this don't know what, I forgot what they're called. They're bearings. That's what they used to use back in the days, and I'm gonna keep it the way it was meant to be, guys. Not too much changes are gonna be done to this stadium truck. All the stadium trucks, I'm trying to keep them the same way they were meant to be, right? So we're gonna look for a pin here real quick. Let's see if I can find one. All right. This one should have worked, no problems, but for some reason. But I think once we put it should have worked. Look at that. So they both should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. But I think once we put this wheel in here, and we put this nut in there and tighten her up, I think she'll go right in there. Let's see what happens, guys. I think once we tighten her up, it'll go in there. And like I said, this is temporarily. I am going to look for foams for these tires because I do want to use the original wheels. And maybe, what do you guys think? Maybe I still have opportunities to change these tires on these rims. And maybe they sell like vintage style. I think we're good, guys. Let's test it out. See if it stayed there. I think putting pressure in it, the rim and the hex. I mean, hopefully it went in. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's in, guys. She's in there now. There's no coming out of that. So okay, so we got the wheels in. We got the hex in there. The pin that's holding the hex. So that was one problem that it had. Easy fix. Alright. Okay. Make sure she's nice and tight in there. Now, let me see. Now this one right here, I'm seeing a little difference. A little bit. Oh no, it's nice and tight. Good. Alright. A little bit better now. It's a little bit wobbly, but I think, guys, like I said, most of these, I don't know if these if they have foam. If they didn't have foam, guys, let me know. For all you vintage professionals out there, did the Traxxas Hawk tires have foam in them? I think they did have foams. They had to have foam. There's no way in hell that this thing was going to be like that, right? But you never know. So let's get this thing fixed right here. See, this is the original tires, I think, that went for this thing. I'm gonna put this guy right back in here. All right, we're gonna tighten her up. This is pretty cool because, like I said, I think I could go ahead and put different rims in here. I can still find these tire patterns, and I think with the backs, I'm going with spike tires for the back. And go with. So here, guys, I'm just talking about installing new tires on this, especially for the rear. And for some reason, I kept on calling this thing a truggy. Yeah, as you guys can see. Yeah, I kept on calling this a truggy. It's a stadium truck, guys. This is a stadium truck. For some reason, I don't know why in my head I had truggy, but yeah, this is the LST22 stadium truck, and I'm comparing the size of the rims, and they actually are the same size. But most definitely, I'm going with spike tires for the back. I'm looking for different patterns, something for better grip. If I'm gonna run this, I don't want this. This is horrible on dirts. You don't want this. But for the front, they're okay. But for the rears, if you want good grip, you don't want to use these. Trust me. You want to use something like what? You want to use something with spikes, with spike patterns on them. This might grab maybe not much because they're low. So it definitely needs tires on the back. So we got the tires. We got the hex perfect. We got movement now in the rear. Now, let's check and see. We're not going to work on the shocks now, guys. I want to see if this thing cranks up at least. And see if it cranks up, right? All right. Carb nice and smooth. Not bad. Nice and smooth carb. Okay. Looks like it's okay. He used this there. We're going to go ahead and take that out and use grub screws. I have grub screws there. So we'll put a grub screw in there. We got to check the fuel lines on this thing. On this tank. We have to find out if... look at that. This fuel line could be still usable. You know, it's still usable. Oh, where this thing goes? So it goes in the back. Now, funny, this fuel line is super skinny. So that's pretty interesting that this is super skinny right here. That is super skinny. So we'll leave it like that. It did come with the previous owner did send me a protector for the fuel line. So it did come with protection for the fuel line. So, and funny story, I was actually able to talk with the previous owner of this thing. From what he tells me, I think it's Ginger. Sorry if I messed up your name. He's never used this. He purchased it, never ran it. So pretty cool. I'll be the first one to run it. He wasn't able to give it a test, and why not give it a test, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna test this tank, see what we're looking at. Alright, so let's go ahead. Okay. Let's check this fuel tank, see if it's even good. All right. Perfect. We got good pressure. We're good. At least we're good on that, right? So we know we're good on that. Okay, so let's see a connector here. It's gotta be for battery. All right. Let's put this guy like that. And I'm sure we could definitely use a different type of fuel line. It doesn't have to be this thin one. But for now, we're going to leave it like it is. If it's working, there's no need to change it. We'll leave it like it is. And that's perfectly fine. We'll leave that like it is. I think this is... Let's check and see if this has any... No, we're good. We got good. This is not leaking, so we're good on this. We'll put this guy the way it was. Alright. Alright, so we're good. So the tank fuel line is good. We got good there. Now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. This is, I don't know what this is doing there. We'll put a grub screw on it. We're going to do that. We're going to be proper about it. Hopefully, whoever put it there didn't damage it. Let's hope. I'll put you guys on pause real quick. Alright guys, so we're back on it. We're going to go ahead. Like I said, I do want to go ahead and change that, as you guys can see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this hex screw out of it. We're going to put, what feels right to put there will be a grub screw. So here we go. I'm looking for one here. I'm speeding through this because it takes me a little while to find the right one. I do have a little case with, I don't know how many grub screws, different size, like 200 grub screws in total, or even more. And found the right one, and here we are. We're installing it, and we'll go back again. There you go. That's what I want. See that? Nice and smooth, I'll tell you that. Everything feels great. Everything feels okay, feels smooth, everything feels good. So that's good. Normally, you know, when I buy or use RC, it's, you know, there's always problems with it. It's parts are not working properly. This is pretty cool because it's actually, everything seems to be working like it should. Awesome. This is great. Real good. It's gonna be an easy. I think it's gonna be an easy truck to bring back again. Put back on the road again, guys. From what I'm seeing. Might be able to. To be honest, guys, I think this one and the XCMs were my first time that I bought RC cars. They actually came almost ready to run from the previous owner. Like, they actually took care of it. I think these might be the first time I bought RC cars like that, to be honest. Now, we got the receiver wires here. We'll have to figure out how we're going to do this. Where we're going to set this up, because obviously this is for the battery. I don't know, how did this ever reach? That's the question. How did this ever reach? You know, I have to use zip ties maybe to make it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to zip tie it here. Perfect, like that. We'll zip tie it here somewhere. I don't know. Because I don't want that to get caught somewhere. And yeah, so we'll zip tie this. This right here, this is gonna be a predicament, because this is how this thing went. And I'm sure it didn't go here. Here the engine. I mean, I don't know. Receiver would go here somewhere. So the receiver would go here. It would sit here on top of the. Well, for now, you know, I don't even know if this is even gonna work, but might have to put a receiver here. But I'll strap a receiver here somewhere, and just that's a temporary fix for now. Damn, you know what, guys? Where would I put this wire? Where this wire won't be in the way? Should I put it in the back somewhere? But no, because then you have all this. Yeah, it has to be here somewhere. It has to be here. Just don't know where. Interesting. Real interesting. What I like about this, guess what, guys? You can always find a spur gear. You can always find that spur gear. Right now, today, you can find a spur gear. So that's pretty cool. That makes it easier. That's why I like Traxxas products, man. They just, I mean, it could be as old as it could be. But guess what? You'll find parts for it. You'll find it. Now, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Where would this go? Where would it be a best option? Best option would be here. Going through here like that. But I don't know. Under the engine, maybe? Alright, guys. So I had to go mess around. I had to look at the owner's manual. Turns out, interestingly enough, this goes just on the air hanging. So here we go. We are in. We took out the engine. Everything seems to be in good condition inside. Not bad. Like I said, the engine, I don't know if I should clean her up before I put her back or just leave it like that, because I am going to have to take her out and check and see what can I do to make this thing live, right? Because it does need work. So I don't know if I'm gonna clean her up now or, but yeah, pretty weird. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and I'm gonna put all this back together again, and then put all this back together because I thought this it actually goes here like that. That's how it goes, guys. No other way. This goes like that right here, and this goes. It's weird, yeah. All right, guys, and this is a MIP pipe. From what I've seen, the purple, it turns out to be it looks like it was a famous known upgrade for your Hawk, the MIP pipe, and that's how this came. So yeah, you just put a nut there, but the screw that was in there was already bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and looks like the tank did get damaged before, and whoever had it did the melting trick on it, and it works. It works. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy right back, okay? Alright, guys, so here you are, man. We put it all back together again. I had to do some adjustments. Went ahead and I did that. Put a washer on both ends. Put a new nut, new screw. I installed it on this side, so that way it's a little bit, you know what I mean? Not too, you know, maybe I should put it on this side. Hold on. Hey guys, so here's what we're going to do. I already got it put together. We're all there. Receiver's there. Everything. Let me show you guys something. Oh, now we're going to not do that. Let's turn on the big boy first. We have it on the bump box. I did test it. It does reaches the flywheel, guys. So it does. We put some fuel in there. Now, let's go ahead. Turn on the... We have power. Steering, throttle, perfect. They work perfectly fine. Now, let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead. Why not? Why not go ahead and let's try to see if she wants to crank up, right? Let's try to see what she wants to do. Now, I wonder, once I put the body on, do I have to... Let me see. I wonder... Hold on, guys. Oh, cool. I don't even have to take the body out. Look at that. All right, so let's see what she wants to do, guys. Let's see. Oh, guys, let me see if I can line her up. All right. So, easier to just go ahead and get her this way. Let's see. All right. You hear it, guys? She's drinking the blood. The heart is trying to pump again. So the heart's trying to pump again. Will it pump again? Will it start sucking in blood? Let's see. Mr. Brapalicious is making it pump some blood. Look at that, guys. Woo! It's running a little bit lean, or the engine is not going to run properly, guys. Remember, she's not that great. I think that's okay right there, but you can tell the engine is not running the right way. Remember, she don't have that much compression, but it at least idles for not having compression. So at least it idles, guys. That's the good thing, it idles, right? And that's what you want. Like I said, not much compression in this engine. But it idles. Let's turn her back off. So here's what we'll do. She's running super rich. She's dirty my she's dirty my receiver pretty bad. So she idles, so we can see that. That sucks. Look at that. Look what it did. She is running super rich. And that's gonna be a problem. When it's running this rich, guys. And like I said, the engine is it's not a healthy engine. Really isn't a healthy engine. Because I ain't gonna lie to you guys, the engine is not healthy whatsoever. So that's gonna be a problem. When it comes to tuning this thing. And it won't tune right. It's not gonna tune right, and it probably won't until I either repinch the sleeve or get a new sleeve for it. That's the only time it's gonna run right. But for now, I think from what I'm seeing, it's okay. It's running. I'm gonna try to save the engine now. Maybe once she warms up, put some more blood through it. We'll see what happens. I think if I repinch it and try to do it just a little pressure into the sleeve, I think that'll be enough to get that engine running right. I think it'll be enough. But let me see. It idles, but it's kind of a little bit radical. It's not running the way I want it to run. But I think taking it out of here, because it smoked the whole basement, taking this out and trying to tune it outside, I think it'll do better. So I think we're going to take this thing outside and see if we could get this thing tuned, give a little run, see how she feels on the ground. All right, guys.